and welcome back to my channel. My name's Vanessa, and today we're finally doing another update for my Paranormal PANtivity Project Pan. Hopefully the lighting's okay for the video. I am filming in the middle of the day, so please ignore the giant bright white light. Hopefully it's not blinding you post-production. I am trying out a new microphone, so hopefully the sound is also better. Maybe you can even hear my heater going on, keeping my toes nice and warm. So thank you so much, Katrina and Ryan, for giving me this for Christmas, and I'm finally using it. Should I start an ASMR channel? Because okay. Alrighty, so Andrea created this project, or Pretty as a Peacock, here on YouTube. This project runs from September 24th, 2022, which was National Ghost Hunting Day, and will end this year, September 24th, 2023. This is a rolling style project, and I will be rolling some stuff in today, but let's start with the things that I'm finally rolling out of this project. So the first prompt we're going to be rolling out today is for the prompt Poltergeist. That is a product that is giving you trouble, and I had rolled in the ColourPop lip gloss in the shade Glacier from the Raw Beauty Christie collab. I rolled it in for 100 uses, and this is what it's looking like now. So I hope you can see this top line is where we were last time. I believe I was at 76 uses, and this line I drew at 100 uses. So this was 100 uses in the gloss. I believe I used it an additional maybe 10 times, and then this went completely rancid. It changed overnight. It was so smelly. It made my lips feel gross, so I wiped it off right away, and I did throw out the rest of this product. But I got 100 uses. That's quite a lot in my opinion, so I'm glad I got at least that much use on this product before it went bad. So that's the first one rolling out. The second prompt that's going to be rolling out is for the prompt Ectoplasm, which is a face mask. So I had rolled in 3 different Sephora face masks, obviously face, not foot, but they looked pretty much like this. And I had 2 left as of the last update. One of them was the smaller size package, and that one was in the coconut scent, and I believe that one was for hydration. Loved it. Absolutely. I love the Sephora masks. Do they do anything special? No idea. They always feel great and cooling and really, really refreshing. So I usually throw them on if I'm having a bath or some other like hair mask, self-care type day. And then the second mask that I had was a papaya scent for nourishment. Also amazingly cooling, refreshing, smelt great. So I was a really big fan of those, and hopefully maybe I'll do the foot mask today, just for fun. Next, I had rolled in the ABH palette, the Subculture palette for the prompt Demon, which is a product that you were tempted into buying. Previously, I didn't have any pans. I'll show that on the screen now. And this is what it's looking like today. So hopefully you can see that from a distance. Probably not the shade Cube. There you go, very tiny, right in the middle. So let's go through the uses. So I'm just going to do total uses for the 2 months, as I have been doing. So for the shade Cube, I used it 12 times, and I hit pan on the 12th use. For Dawn, I actually used this 41 times. I did hit pan on the 19th use, used a whole lot of it until I couldn't really pick as much up on my brush, and then I repressed it with a bit of a lighter shade, so I think you can see that it's kind of discolored because I used a slightly lighter shade to repress it with, and I did not mix them super well. I did this because it's just slightly darker than my natural skin tone, so when I set my lid, it does darken my lid. It doesn't just set the primer or concealer or whatever I have on my lid, so I tried to lighten it up to make that a little bit easier. It made a slight difference, but I think I'm going to keep using this to finish, but it's no longer in this project. And then the last color I have here is Destiny that I hit pan on. I know you can see it right there. And this one I used a total of 36 times, and I hit pan on the 36th use. So that was a lot for a ABH shade, but I guess that's kind of pretty common with this palette because these are super pigmented and you really don't need a lot. So this one is rolling out of the project as well. Next I have the prompt Seance that's also rolling out today, and this prompt excuse me, I'm just double checking, is called A Product You Bought Because Somebody Told You to / recommended it. And like I think many people, we all swarmed to ColourPop. So previously I was at, previously the shaved part stopped at Lippy Pensy. I remember this. I didn't take a picture because I thought it was funny and I knew I'd remember. So the total length of this lip liner was about this long to where the cap is. Okay, so from the bottom of the cap to the bottom of the pencil, that's how long it was originally. And this is what it's looking like now. It's actually completely empty. I finished the whole thing in, where did it go? 18 uses. 18 uses. That sounds crazy. Like not a lot of uses. Now some of it did break off. I am where did I go? I am pretty well near the bottom. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you that, but the end of the pencil is right here. So halfway through the shaved part. So the last part did fall out, unfortunately. But this was a super soft, keep wanting to say shadow. This was a super soft lip pencil that I always fill in my full lip. I had to sharpen this pretty much every other use. I don't think it broke once, so I was just getting a lot of use out of it. It's possible I mislabeled that, and maybe I'm closer to maybe like 20, maybe even 25 uses, but I'm pretty certain I have marked down 18, so we're going to say 18. And this one is not only rolling out of this project, but rolling out of my collection. We have 2 more products rolling out. Both of them were usage prompts in this project. The first one was for Flying Dutchman, which is a product you are doomed to pan forever, and that would be my Marc Jacobs, sorry for the ring line, my Marc Jacobs bronzer, that's what it's called, in the shade Tantric, and this is what it's looking like. I used this 30 times. The goal was 30 uses. It's a beautiful bronzer, and I'm gonna look forward to using it more. But I am working on a different bronzer right now, so I'm gonna be rolling this one out, and I'll come back to it a little later on. And then the last product I'm rolling out today is for Necromancy, which is a product you haven't used in a while, and I rolled in the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle lipstick in the shade Shoddy for 15 uses. I actually used this one 16 times, and that's what it's looking like, or that's the shade. This is what it's looking like, fully rolled up. I believe that's just about half the product left, because when I roll it down, it is well into the container. So 15 or 16 uses on this one. This one's rolling out as well. Now, I love this lipstick, obviously, but you definitely need a lip liner in a similar shade. Maybe just because it's not as pointy as it used to be. I mean, it looks decently pointy there, but it's very rounded. This product, it doesn't go on super smooth if you move slowly. So trying to do my upper lip, I definitely got like little feathering edges along the edge. So, I mean, I use a lip liner anyway, so that kind of solved that problem. But if my lip liner was not the same shade as this, or not close enough, then it looked a little funky. So that's everything rolling out for today's project. Let's talk about the stuff that is staying in this project. So the first one is for Bloody Mary. This is the the prompt is a product with a mirror in the packaging. This is the Soul Body Shimmering Body Powder in Catwalk. I previously had 8 uses. I did use this 9 more times for a total of 17 uses. So there's 3 uses left on this one. And this one has been looking really, really nice with my Pan That palette. I've been pairing those together a lot and putting this on the eye, and it's beautiful and shimmery and wonderful. So I do have 3 uses left on this one. The next prompt I'm updating you on is for Vanishing Hitchhiker, which is a product that disappears quickly. I rolled in my Sephora powder to finish. I was previously at 61 grams. I've used this 49 times since the last update, and I'm now at 53 uses. And you can see, if I can tap it all down, give or take, I'm halfway done, because that's 7 grams, and I believe this has a total of 17 or 18 grams, so just about halfway done. So this is going to take a couple more months to finish, but I really like this powder. My skin feels super smooth afterwards. I find it does darken my under eye. I'm not so sure if it's just the powder and the concealer mixed together cause it to darken or like oxidize type thing, or if it's just that's just what happens with the powder, because I only notice it on my under eye and not on the rest of my face. So it doesn't really bother me that much, so I'm obviously going to keep using this until I finish it. Next was the Dybbuk, which is a product that was still in its box. I had rolled in the ColourPop liquid liner in the shade The Hills. Previously I had 8 uses, my goal is 20 uses, and I did not use this at all in the last 20 months, in the last 2 months, so I still have 12 uses. This one has been neglected because I have been doing, hopefully you can see, eyeliner with my Level Up palette, so I've been trying to get use out of that one, but now that that one is about to roll out in maybe 1 or 2 more uses, this one will come back with a vengeance, hopefully. I mean, I'm not a big eyeliner person in general, but I've been really digging it lately. Like this look, I did it yesterday. It's a little bit, I guess I want to say washed out a little bit. The bottom is pink, which is my Pan palette, but the gold and the bronze with the blue liner is stunning in person and hopefully on camera too. This look is definitely a favorite. One that we are quite close to finishing is the Fenty Beauty Fat Water. This is for the Boogeyman, which is a product you use at night. Previously, I had 8 uses on this. I've used this an additional 45 times for a total of 53 uses. And please ignore all the lines, because again, I filmed this and then I drew a line and then I didn't film this and I used this more times than the other day when I drew the second line. So this line up here, this dark one right here, is where we were at 2 months ago, and this little purple one down here is where we're at right now. So this is 45 uses, so this should be done in just about 2.5 months. I still like the feeling of this product. It doesn't do anything for me, probably not, but I wouldn't consider myself to have really big pores to begin with, and this is supposed to be a pore refining toner serum, so we'll see when I stop using it if my skin changes at all. For the Prompt Ghost, a product with unfinished business in your collection, I rolled in a cream shadow to finish. This was a Franken shadow that I had started, and this is what it's looking like. So you can't really see the pan. It is covered with product right now. Let's swatch it, and hopefully that changes. Yeah, you can see it a bit better there. We'll go this way. Very similar to the lipstick. So this I've used 20 times, and I have excuse me, I have had to add additional product to it because it's been drying out. So I believe I added a bit of Vaseline and just remelted it down. It hasn't changed its consistency. It's still tacky. I am wearing it under my eyeshadow today, so it is a nice base for eyeshadow. So 20 uses. Hopefully I can finish this for next time. But yeah, that's what it's looking like now. The next 2 prompts are definitely rolling out next update, so I'm just going to update them together because why not? So the first one is for Urban Legend, which is a product that's too good to be true, and the second one was Orbs, a product that brings light to your face. So both of them, again, I said I rolled in to finish the first one. For Urban Legend, I had rolled in my Retinol by The Ordinary. For Orbs, I rolled in the Moonlight Pearls highlighter by e.l.f. So, okay, let's start with the retinol because this one's crazy. This one I've used 39 times since the last update. Where are my lines? This, can you focus on here? This green line is where we were, and way down here is where we're at right now. So I've finished, you really can't tell, I finished about half the bottle, which is crazy. I do love this, and I don't use much. I only use 6 to 8 drops per evening. And I really like the feeling on my skin. I find it doesn't dry out my skin literally at all. Sometimes if I'm really lazy and or I'm just forgetful, I will put my retinol on and I might forget to moisturize on top of it, which isn't the best. But I don't find my skin is dry in the morning. It just feels neutral. So not dry, not exactly moisturized. So in the morning, I give it a quick wash, moisturize, and I'm feeling perfectly fine. So this product really rocks. I'm almost done, which means I will be stopping by Sephora and picking up a new one as soon as it's over. And I'm looking forward to that. And then the other one, my Moonlight Pearls highlighter by Elf. I'll show you what it looked like before. It was slightly domed. It is now completely flat, and obviously you can see all of the rings. This is way too light for my skin, so yes, I have used it on my face a few times, but I did scrape the majority of it into a lotion. I've used this one a total of 31 times in the last 2 months, and this is the lotion right now. There's not much left. Honestly, probably maybe 5 uses left, so this one I'll update you on next time, but there's not much left. And then this one will be rolling out, and I might reuse this container just because I really like it, and I have a couple of lotions that are getting close to being finished, and I might as well put them all together. Alright, and last but not least, we are rolling in 4 products today. So the first one we are rolling in is for the Prompt Afterlife, which is a product past its expiration date. And for that, I am rolling in another ordinary product, but the glycolic acid. Again, ignore that top mark, this is where we are right now. I am rolling this into Finish. I actually really like this stuff. I have had it for more than 12 months, which is what the expiration date says on the back. You can throw this in your hairline to try and get rid of dandruff or dry scalp. I use this on my arms to prevent KP or bumps or whatever. Obviously, I use it on my face as a nice chemical exfoliant. And actually, I have tried this on my legs the day before shaving to just try and get rid of that dry skin layer, just because I'm not the biggest fan of exfoliating and then shaving. I don't know why. I just don't like doing it. So I do this the night before and then I shave the next day. So this one is rolling into Finish. The next one for Black Dog is also rolling into Finish. The prompt is for a animal themed product. This one's not necessarily animal themed because the rest of the animal themed products I have in my collection are currently in a different project, and I didn't want to double dip. So I'm rolling in an animal named product. It is the ColourPop Lippy Gloss, or Lippy Glossy Lip in Queen Cobra. I am aiming to finish this. I don't think you can, oh yeah, I definitely think you can see that. This is the fill line right now down here. There is a lot up on the walls, but this one is to finish. And this one I think could be done next month. It might take a month and a half, but this one's rolling into Finish as well. 2 more prompts to go. So for the Prompt Domovic, which is a product that has followed you from house to house. Well, I've lived in this house since 7th grade, so I don't have any makeup prior to that, but I do have a product that has followed me from bedroom to bedroom, and that would be the KVD Shade and Light palette, which is also my oldest palette in my collection, my other oldest being my Pan That palette right now. This is what mine is looking like. As you can see, it looks virtually nothing like the original. I did finish and repress a lot of those shades, so I could repress these. These are from the brand Perry Beauty, which is basically like a coastal scents, like one of those like 88 pan palettes type of thing, very similar. And my goal is just no pan left behind, so 1 use for all of these, because little spoiler, I think this might be my new Pan That palette in about a month or so, so I don't want to do too big of a goal because again, I don't want to double dip. And then the very last product I'm rolling in today is for The Exorcist, an item you want out of your collection. And this product a lot of people love, and I think I would too had it been the right shade. This is the one and only time Sephora has done me dirty, but they did me so dirty. So this is a foundation. I used the Color Match foundation like tool thing they have on there. I compared it to a Sephora foundation, to a Rare Beauty foundation, to multiple shades that that I wear, just to be sure, because this was like in the middle of a lockdown. I've had this for like a year and a half, so I wanted to make sure that this was the right shade for me, and it's most definitely not. So this, I'm talking about the Too Faced Just Peachy foundation, or Peach Perfect. Are you ready for the shade? Let me swatch it for you. In what world is that my skin tone? Sephora, explain yourself. What the heck? You've lied to me, and I've used that color comparison thing several times. That's how I got my Sephora shade. That's how I got my Rare Beauty shade. It's always worked in the past, so I don't know if there was just a glitch or if it was just trying to sell out this shade. Oh, this is the shade Chai, I should say that. But what the heck? Like, no, no, that's not even close. But because it was in the middle of a lockdown, and there's only, well, there was only one Sephora in my city, there's now two, and that Sephora was across town, I wasn't gonna go and return this. So, I'm just gonna roll this in for 5 uses. I'm gonna use it as a cream bronzer. This was actually the majority of the cream bronzer that I had in my rolling project pan. But yeah, this is just ridiculous. It's honestly hard to not laugh at, because even the swatch photos don't even look this dark. So, whatever. I'm sure this really is a beautiful foundation. It's just obviously not my shade. So, I'm just rolling this one in for 5 uses. Check out everybody else doing this project, and if you're interested in seeing how I keep doing in this project and in any other projects that I'm doing, please consider subscribing. And with that, I hope you have a great day, evening, or whatever time of day it is for you. Take care of yourselves. Bye.